Make the most out of your time at work
with Karen Gately,
leadership and people management specialist.
Good morning, Karen Gately. Welcome to a brand new week. I know the answer to this question, so it's almost worth not asking, but how important is a good routine when you're trying to get work done?
Oh, not at all, of course. No.
Oh, well, I'm surprised by that. Let's move on.
I mean, clearly the logical answer, we all know that the answer to that is that, of course it helps, but the real challenge is actually around how you stick to it. So how do I set the routine that's going to help me to be productive and focused and to keep doing what I need to do, but then, actually having the discipline to consistently do the things that we know help us. So again, what are some of the positive outcomes of a routine? Well, we can maintain a healthy, balanced lifestyle. We can make sure that we're productive and we're focused in the moments that we're meant to be. There's lots of benefits, but actually sticking to that is far easier said than done.
Well, yeah, that's right, because routine, it seems like a nice concept, but over the last couple of months, everything's been thrown out the window. You might have transitioned to home. You might now be at the stage where you're transitioning back to the office, but it might be drips and drabs. The actual construct of a day could have changed markedly for you over the last couple of months.
Yeah, that's entirely right. And as you're pointing out, it's possible that it's still going to be uncertain into the foreseeable future. So, I really feel for the people who are heading back into offices today, for example, and anticipating nightmare public transport scenarios.
Yeah.
In that situation, it's going to be difficult for people to even predict what time they will get home, So the reality is that there still is a lot of uncertainty. So if we look within that, however, what are some of the routines that we can establish that are in our best interest?
So where do you start with that? So do you look at, what are the benchmarks of my day? So let's say here at Power FM, we've got a morning meeting at 9:30. So that's a benchmark of the day. Are they the first things you lock in?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's those regular forums, obviously, whether it's a team meeting. Now, obviously, that might be in person. It might be via Skype or, whichever platform. But that's right, those kinds of forums intended around communication. So it's a team meeting, it's a one-to-one, it's just a catch-up, whatever it is, that helps. But then there's also routines we can actually establish for ourselves as well.
Yep.
For example, again, I don't want to sound too boring, but things like, my routine around going for a walk or doing some exercise, or my routine around connecting with loved ones or people that, will help me to feel energized, help me to feel hopeful. So, again, whatever your needs are, so if we're thinking about how do I maintain mental health, how do I maintain physical health, how do I maintain productivity, strong relationships, energy, whatever it is, then what are the routines around that can actually help those things? And routines are just about taking regular steps with discipline and making sure that these things, keep happening. Because as we're talking about, it can really help us to stay on track, to achieve our goals, and to be healthy.
So how far do you compartmentalise the day? So let's say that first hour when you go into work or first hour when you sit down at the computer at home, what is your goal during that time?
Well, again, it depends on how you like to operate.
Yep.
So some people might say, well, I like to get my head in order the day before around what I'm going to use that time for. So in the morning, my first hour is actually feeling productive. It's actually smashing something out that I know I really have to deliver on today. For other people, what they do is say, okay, that's my time to think through what are my goals for the day, what are the non-negotiables, what are the things I absolutely have to get done. So, again, however we use it, it's about being deliberate. It's about, recognising that the start of the day can be a great springboard for the tone to the rest of the day, that how we begin is likely how things are going to progress.
Now, this is a very personal question, Karen. Do we need to plan for the time wasters throughout the day? Do we need to give ourselves a little bit of leeway, a little bit of flexibility to allow for those things in the day that are just going to soak up a bit of our time unexpectedly?
Yes, because, you say unexpectedly, but clearly they're to be expected.
Yeah, absolutely there.
Right? So it's part of your nature. It's part of your need. Like if you're being distracted and you're doing certain things, and observe what are those things. So in my case, if I'm going to be so-called distracted, what it's going to be is I'm having a chat to someone, I'm talking to someone, I'm laughing with somebody, and that's when I realised that, well, just having a routine around being, head down and tail end up and focus on the computer and immersed in my writing or whatever it might be, whilst those things might be good to get done, are they doable unless I have those, moments of time where I'm just having a laugh and having some fun?
Yep, okay. That's how I'm going to justify me watching the Marble Olympics to my boss here at work. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you bringing me that argument. We'll catch up with you again next Monday. We'll stay on routine till then, okay?
All right, good to hear.